JJ Barnes and this is Jonathan McKinney.
I'm wrestling a dog.
And this is a video where we are going to be talking about inciting incidents,
Right.
how to use them, what they do, and why you put them in.
Yes.
And we are going to be referencing for this video a very popular film. It will contain spoilers if you've not seen it.
Yeah. It's 20 years old, so.
Yeah, but you know, just in case.
Just in case.
For The Matrix.
Yeah. And
So-
there's a plane overhead, you can probably hear. And Molly's getting distracted by somebody playing tennis. So,
It's going well.
in The Matrix, the inciting incident, you would argue, is when Neo receives a message from Trinity on his computer saying follow the white rabbit.
The white rabbit.
Explain what an inciting incident is.
Okay, so an inciting incident is the event that starts your story.
Right?
There's someone soaring. Should we turn around and go the other way?
Let's turn around and go the other
Okay.
way. Look at that. Behind the
you.
curtain.
Smooth.
Go on, Molly.
She's like, wait, we were going that way.
So
Yeah, an inciting incident is what triggers the story. You can have events before the inciting incident,
Yep.
but the actual story, the actual stuff that is going on is started by an event.
Yeah, and it's when we say the stuff that's going on, we're talking about the journey that your character goes on. So in this case, the character is Neo, played by Keanu Reeves, who's lovely.
He's wonderful.
And so yeah,
I'd love to work with Keanu Reeves.
Of course.
Not just for pervy reasons.
No, absolutely. But inciting incidents, they lock the conflict between your protagonist and your antagonist. That is one very fundamental way of looking at what an inciting incident does, and why it is why it is the inciting incident. So
It starts your story.
but it launches the conflict between those two characters, and it can be, of course, the same character. It can be like man versus nature in Jurassic Park or whatever. But in the Matrix, you'd have to ask then, who is the antagonist, right? If you're saying that Neo is the protagonist, his name is an anagram of one, he is the one, he is the sort of archetypal protagonist. And the antagonist, you'd think possibly Agent Smith, but that doesn't work because the conflict isn't between Neo and Agent Smith at this point, right?
Nope.
So you'd have to say that the antagonist for that film is the Matrix itself.
The
right?
Matrix is essentially, it's a character in its own right.
So when we talk about the conflict lock between Neo and the Matrix, you think, what does Neo want? He doesn't know it really, but he understands that something is wrong with the world. He wants to know why, and as he learns what's wrong with the world, he wants to change it. The Matrix, of course, does not want anything to change.
So the Matrix and Neo are automatically in conflict because Neo wants to reveal what's wrong with the world and the Matrix wants to hide what's wrong with the world.
Yeah, because the Matrix wants to continue using human beings as batteries. You're dropping your scarf. Babe.
Oh no!
So,
We're so smooth at this.
so yeah, a lot of the time you'd want to have a human being be your antagonist, or at the very least, you know, a robot. So Smith is why you'd assume he's the antagonist, but he is not the force with which Neo is fundamentally at war.
Yeah.
And you can also look at the way this story ends.
Yeah,
Neo-
the end is a real clear signal that it is the Matrix is the
because,
antagonist.
Agent Smith has been vanquished. As far as that movie is concerned, he is dead. We know that there are sequels and he shows up again, whatever.
Spoilers.
But they don't exist anyway, those movies. So Smith is dead. He's still talking to someone on the phone, right? He's saying, I'm going to show them a world without boundaries and borders. It's a little overwritten, but the point is he's
talking directly
he's
to the
talking
Matrix.
And we haven't really acknowledged that the Matrix has a mind that can understand what Neo is saying until then.
Yeah, but it works really well because then it is saying, as I say, the Matrix is in and of itself a character who has been set against Neo from the outset.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it works really well, and it's a really good example of an inciting incident because until he follows the girl with the white rabbit tattoo, he is not in that story. He is not accomplishing any of those goals.
He's not participating in anything.
He's not seeking to reveal what is wrong with the world. Until he follows the girl with the white rabbit tattoo, he is not trying to accomplish anything other than just live his normal life.
Yeah. With an inciting incident like this, you can spend a bit of time with the characters first if you want to.
Yeah.
Some writers would advise that you don't, that you just start with this moment that pits your main character against whoever or whatever they are pitted against. But you can spend time before the inciting incident if you want to. You can spend some time showing what it is that they want in a more vague sense.
Yeah, and then the inciting incident triggers it and they actually then start going after it.
Yeah.
But it depends. It's up to you, and there isn't really a right or wrong way of doing it.
No, there really isn't a right or wrong. You can do whatever you want.
Exactly, but if you do use an inciting incident, which you should.
You should try.
You have to put it at the beginning.
Yeah, at least in the first.
At least in the first act.
If it's a book, than in the first couple of chapters if it's a film in the first 10 pages. But,
yeah. But there's always wiggle room on how much story you have before that happens anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of films will spend time with a villain before they introduce the main character and their inciting incident. The Matrix even does this, because it's got the scene with Trinity fighting
and going out the window
and going out the window, and then doing that at the phone booth, and then the agent shoots her, but she's gone through the phone.
You've watched this film a lot.
I have watched this film a lot. Yeah, it's really good.
I think all writers should watch this film a lot.
I think that writers who want to learn how to structure a story would be wise to watch it, because it's really well structured. But the dialogue is a bit off. It's a bit weird and a bit pretentious, maybe.
Yeah.
But you know, it's stylish.
But in terms of Inciting Incident, it's a good example.
It's a great one, yeah.
So thank you very much for watching this video on inciting incidents using the Matrix. You can go to www.sirenstories.co.uk. You'll find links to all our work, all our books, our scripts, everything else there. I'm Judy Ann Rose on Twitter. He's John Muck. Come tell us if you have any requests for future videos and anything you want to say. Oh, there's some people there in a car. They're going to think we're completely weird.
Well, we've said everything we need to say.
So, yeah. And if you can subscribe to this channel and give us a thumbs up, it will make sure that we can keep making these writing advice videos in the future. So thank you very much. And we'll speak to you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.